Ghat is the only large oasis in the southwest of Libya. It was once an important caravan stop at the junction of several caravan routes. Even today, it's an important center for the Tuareg of this region. Today, the historic old town is uninhabited, but its stone walls and air-dried mud tiles still remain. The old desert town is an accumulation of walls and alleys, roofs and terraces, toned in organic color. The slow decay of the mud tiles is inevitable. Ceilings collapse and expose the palm matting of which the ceilings are made. The striking white minaret of a mosque dominates the town. Nearby, a wide staircase leads up to a platform. This was once the official residence of the Ottoman governor of Ghat, and also served as a refuge in which the town's inhabitants sought shelter when there was danger of attack. The old town is overlooked by a fortress located on a natural rock beyond the town. The Kukuman fortress is more recent. From here, there is a view across the small old town as well as the buildings of the inhabited new town. The entire region was already settled in primeval times, as highlighted by the discovery of various rock paintings in and around the old town. Famous scientists came here: Heinrich Barth, Frenchman Duveyrier, and finally Erwin von Bari. A desert oasis town, surrounded by huge sand dunes. Not the most friendly of places, but it is the home of the Tuareg. The Desert Tuareg tribe has a long history of isolation, freedom, and independence. The first written documents of this place date back to the middle of the 19th century, when the Turks overthrew the town and appointed a governor. The inland remained in the hands of the Tuareg and the Orares, Iforas and Imanrasates tribes. The tribe of the Sahara remained independent. Ghat has always been the center for the Tuareg in this remote region, and today they transport tourists across the desert on all-terrain vehicles. The old town is somewhat small and its alleys fascinating, and everywhere there are splendid motifs to see. Most Europeans who come here for the first time are amazed by this exotic Saharan town. The old town was surrounded by a sturdy wall that was built with air-dried mud tiles. Gates were the only entrances to the town. Each gate had its own watchtower from where guards had a good vantage point. Those times were dangerous and the people had to protect themselves. The fate of Erwin von Barry is closely associated with Ghat. In 1877, he returned here from an unsuccessful journey into the Air Mountains. The Turkish governor invited him for dinner and von Barry died the same evening. It was thought to be bad coffee that killed him. He was buried just outside the town. The desert town has clearly been abandoned. Times have changed, and the last inhabitants have finally moved to the new town. The Kukkomen fortress is stone-built. It was constructed in the early 20th century by the Italians, who once occupied this region. The natural contours of the mountain slope were used, along with the plateau that was covered with the large complex. Fire slots in each of 4 directions and enough space for storage and living accommodation for personnel made the fortress a formidable form of defense. The Italians were never really interested in Ghat. They replaced the Turks, yet the Tuareg managed to retain their independence. Whilst outside the Saharan heat was scorching hot, within the narrow alleys it was pleasantly cool, and niches and benches were ideal for relaxation. The rooms of empty buildings are grouped around small inner courtyards. The walls that face the alleys contained doorways, but no other openings. Daylight came only from the windows that faced the inner courtyards. The former high season of the town is long gone, and now there are no caravans that stop here on their journey across the relentless desert. Today, many attempt to stem the natural decay of the buildings and to save this mud town from further ruin. Ghat is a precious legacy of our civilization and one that hopefully will continue to survive for many years to come.